Class, this is Professora Petroni, and I'm going to take you through a few of the activities that are due on Sunday, and they are graded. So I'm going to take you through them and explain the answers. So I'm on our site. I've clicked on content to see this view and activities, and that'll land you here. You don't have to change anything here in this drop down. It's on chapter 1, Lección 1, Hola, ¿qué tal? I'm going to scroll down here and click on Recapitulacion. Now I have this as our assignment, and let's take a look. So I want to point out that on these summary assignments, whenever you see resumen gramatical, that will give you a shortcut to the point in the book where you can find some help on some of these. So this says completar, complete the chart according to the models. This here is an exercise in gender, which is masculine or feminine, or number, which is singular or plural, and making sure our definite articles, which are el and la, match with the noun. So each noun in Spanish is either masculine or feminine. And then also making sure the indefinite articles, which is either un or una, unos or unas, match with the noun as well. So in the first example here, we have el chico y la chica. And the next one, I'm given la profesora. And for the masculine version, I'm going to write el profesor. The first example, el chico means the boy, la chica means the girl. El profesor is the male professor. La profesora is the female professor. La amiga is the friend who is a girl. El amigo is a friend who is a boy. El señor is the man. Now I want an N with a tilde on it, so I'm going to use this bottom N right here. La señora, which means the woman. La pasajera, the female passenger. El pasajero, the male passenger. El estudiante, the male student. La estudiante, the female student. La turista, the female tourist. Here's an exception. El turista. All words in Spanish ending in ISTA, there's only one version of that word as far as gender goes. So I just changed the definite article from la to el. El joven is the young boy. La joven is the young girl. Now let's move over to singular versus plural, and these are indefinite articles. Una cosa means a thing. Unas cosas means some things. Un libro means a book. Unos libros are some books. Unas clases are some classes. Una clase is a class. Una lección, a lesson. Unas lecciones, some lessons. Un conductor, a driver. Unos conductores, some drivers. Unos países, some countries. Un país, I'm going to use this accent mark down here. Un país, a country. Unos lápices, some pencils. Un lápiz, with a Z. Un lápiz, needs an accent mark. Un lápiz, a pencil. Un problema, a problem. Unos problemas, some problems. You might think on this one, EMA, it ends in an A, so we would expect that would be una problema, but in Spanish it's actually un problema because words that end in a vowel and then MA are masculine words. The next section, la parte dos, complete each conversation with the correct word. So I have drop downs here for each one. I have a conversation between Cesar y Beatriz. So I have to choose here. I'm going to find what my choices are. I have cuantos or cuantas. And then my next word here is chicas, I and la blank. So this question word means how much or how many. And since I'm asking how much or how many girls, I need it to agree. So I'm going to pick cuantas. I en la clase, that means class. Maleta actually means suitcase. So la clase. Beatriz dice, Beatriz says, so we have 14 written there. So we have 14, which means 14. We have cuatro, that means 4. Hay 14 chicas. Cesar dice, we're going to say cuantos chicos hay, because cuantos we need to match with the ending of chicos. Cuantos chicos hay. Beatriz dice, hay 13 chicos, 13. 13 means 3. We're going to pick 13. Entonces, en total hay 27, so it says we want 27. 26 means 26. 27 estudiantes en la clase. If we just pick chicas here, that would mean just girls. And earlier in the conversation, they talked about having 14 girls and 13 boys. So we need a word here that encompasses both of those. So it's estudiantes en la clase. The next conversation here is between Ariana y Daniel. Ariana dice, tienes, which means do you have, tienes un diccionario, because it's masculine. Daniel dice, no, pero aquí hay uno. Here there is one. ¿De quién es? We're going to use es because it's singular. Son is for something plural. Daniel dice, es de Carlos. And just as a side note here, that is how we use possession. We say possession in Spanish. We don't ever use apostrophe s. We say it's the dictionary of Carlos. So this means es de Carlos, it is of Carlos. It sounds a little funny when you translate it, but that is how you get around having the apostrophes. Okay, complete this conversation with the correct form of the verb ser. Ser means to be. Juan dice, hola, me llamo Juan. Soy, he wants to say, I am a student in the Spanish class. Soy estudiante en la clase de español. I am a student in the Spanish class, in the class of Spanish. Daniela dice, hola, mucho gusto. Hello, nice to meet you. Yo soy Daniela y ella es Mónica. ¿De dónde eres tú, Juan? Juan dice, de California, from California. ¿Y ustedes and you all? ¿De dónde son? Because it's you all. Where are you all from? Literally, from where are you all? Nosotros somos de Florida. We are from Florida. ¿Qué hora es? Write out the time words in the following times, indicating whether it's morning, noon, afternoon, or night. Use appropriate capitalization. It's 12 o'clock. We can either say es mediodía, for it is noon, or we can say son las 12 de la tarde, or we can say it's 12 in the afternoon. It's 7:05. Say son las 7:05 de la mañana. I'm going to use this ñ down here. So de la tarde means in the afternoon. De la mañana means in the morning. It's 9:35. So since this time is after the 30, we're going to go to the next hour. And we're actually going to say it's 25 of 10. So we say son las 10. So because we bump to the next hour, son las 10 menos for minus 25 de la noche, at night. It's 5:15 p.m. will be son las 5:15 for quarter de la tarde. In Spanish-speaking countries, the afternoon lasts a little bit longer. Or you can say son, it's technically okay to say son las 5:15 for 15 after de la tarde. Y la última, the last one, the only hour where we don't say son las, but we say es la, is for 1. Think about that being a singular hour instead of many hours. Es la 1:30 for 30. We say it's half, like it would be like saying half past de la tarde. The other option here we could say is es la 1:30 de la tarde. This next section here, la parte 5 dice, write 5 sentences including introducing yourself and talking about your classes. You may want to include your name, where you're from, who your Spanish teacher is, the time of your Spanish class, and how many students are in the class. So I'm going to fill this in with my information. you can substitute in your own information. So to say my name, I can either say yo soy Kelly, or I can say me llamo Kelly. So I can either say yo soy or soy. Yo soy de Elmira, Nueva York, for New York. So for your Spanish teacher's name, you can say mi profesora de español, and use this ña. You can either say es or se llama. I'll say es for is. I go by, you could actually just say my name. Or you could say Señora, S-R-A period, and then my last name. Or you could say profesora and then my last name. The most important thing here is the structure and that you know what titles are called. The time of your Spanish class, now this one's a little tricky since we're online, but the most important thing is that you know how to say times. So we can say mi clase de español es a las. So we say a las if something is at. A means to or at. A las, I'm going to say a las 8 de la noche. That's the last time we had our live session. And you might not know this, but how many students are in the class? We'd say hay 12 estudiantes en la clase. So those are just some examples. And then here's a bonus, canción. Use the 2 appropriate words from the list to complete this children's song. So here are words. Cinco means 5. Cuántas means how much or how many. Cuatro means 4. Media means middle. In this case, it would mean like 30 minutes. ¿Quiénes? It means who. So here I have blank patas tiene un gato. And then they say una, dos, tres, y. So we want to say how many legs does a cat have. So since this is patas, that's a little clue that it's going to be cuántas because it has to match. Cuántas patas tiene un gato. Una, dos, tres, y cuatro. Just a little side note, human legs aren't called patas, they're called piernas. Animal legs are called patas. So when you're done, if you start and need to go back and finish later, you can click save, but if you're ready to hand in, you can click submit.